Hi guys, welcome to episode 4 of the Road to 1000 series. And this week, I am 906 elo. I've kind of stagnated. I've gained 11 elo, but that's not really significant because if you lose a game, you lose like 8, even 10 elo. This week I played 10 games. I had 40% win rate, 30% draw rate, and a 30% loss rate. And I was experimenting this week with 10 plus 5 time control, and I just found it was too quick, not enough time to think, and I was just making a lot of blunders and mistakes. So I think that's kind of why I've stagnated, and I switched back later this week to 15 plus 10, which I'm just going to stick with because I think it's the perfect time control for me. So now that I've plateaued, I don't think this is a real plateau because I was kind of messing around with 10 plus 5, but now that I've plateaued, I've taken my chess training a bit more seriously, and I did have like an actual plan till now, but it was mostly like kind of changing by the week. So like this week I would wake up, do 30 minutes of puzzles, then do my either 2 10 plus 5 games or 1 15 plus 10 game, and that would be like what I would do. But I don't know, I feel like I'm neglecting other aspects of chess like my theory. So this is now what I'm doing, and I'll probably do this until I hit another plateau. So Monday, I'm going to be studying Queen's Gambit theory. So I'm switching my wide opening from London to the Queen's Gambit, and that's for 2 reasons. Mostly because it's boring, but secondly because Gambits are good for learning to attack, I've heard, and the Queen's Gambit looks really fun. And then I'm going to do 20 minutes of puzzles, and then my 15 plus 10 game, and in the afternoon, I'll probably watch some Daniel Naroditsky. Tuesday, I'm going to do chess.com lessons because I've almost finished the lessons. And then same thing for puzzles and the game. And then I'm going to read my book, Simple Chess. Wednesday, I'm going to do Caracan theory and watch Daniel Naroditsky. Thursday, more chess.com lessons, reading Simple Chess. Friday, I'm going to be studying my black opening against d4 and watching Daniel Naroditsky. So that's my new plan. This week I've only really got one good game, and I just did it like a couple hours ago. The other games I've lost because of low time, couldn't think, or I blundered, or a bit of both. And I've won basically for the same reasons, because my opponent probably couldn't think, or they just played bad moves and blundered. But this is a really nice game, so let's review it. My opponent plays d4, I play d5, he plays knight f3, I play knight f6, he pushes his pawn to e3, I attack the center with c5. This is normally what I do when my opponent plays d4 and then knight f3. I normally, I play d4, knight f6, and I push this pawn immediately, try and get some counterplay. He pushes his pawn in the center, I push this pawn, now he pushes his bishop here. Also, the reason why I push this pawn and I don't take anything is because if I take, he has this nice big center. And let's say I take this, well then he can take this, and then I take, he's got a center. And let's say I take like this and he takes this first. Well then, I mean, it's probably not great. We trade queens, and then I don't know what I'll do here, maybe attack the pawn, and it's just, I don't know, not great. He'd probably play, though, the other variation where he'd go like this, which is just not great. So, that's why I put the pawn on e6. So, he puts the bishop on e2. I don't know why he did that. It's not like I can pin his knight. It's kind of a slow move, but I'm not going to complain if my opponent plays passive. I put my knight on c6. He takes, I take, and now I've got the bigger center. He takes, I take off the bishop. He castles, I castle. He plays knight c3, I play bishop to f5. He pushes his pawn, and I was pretty sure he was going to play this move, so I played a5, and the reason why was so if he pushed, I'd take, and if he took, then I'd have the free rook, and if he didn't take, I'd have a free pawn, so that's why I played a5. Let's see, oh yeah, he attacks my bishop, I slide it back. I was also thinking of defending it with this queen, but I don't know, I just felt a bit passive, and I kind of wanted the queen to be able to go here on the square. So I play bishop here, he takes, I take with this pawn, exposing this rook. He puts the bishop here, attacking my pawn, and now it's being triple attacked by the knight, bishop, and the queen. And I've only got 2 defenders. And this is a really weak pawn because it's got no other pawns defending it. So I find the best move and I push the pawn, and now it's got 3 defenders, and it's attacking the pawn and the knight, and it's only got 2 defenders. So this is a really good move. He plays queen check, and I completely freaked out when I saw this because I thought I messed up, but it's okay. I can play queen h8 and he can take, and it's still equal somehow. I play this mistake though, and I push my rook on f7, which allows my opponent to pin it. He plays knight d5. I take this pawn, which is a mistake. I think the reason why, actually I'm not sure. Oh yeah, I allowed the opponent to pin a rook to the king. Don't know. I think taking the knight's the best move. And now I've got this pin on me, and he can put the bishop here, so he takes the pawn first, I take, he takes, and what he should have done was first of all taken, and then not taken. Oh yeah, he should have played the pin first. And this is just crushing. If I can draw arrows, this is crushing and I'm losing. So that's not what happens. He completely misses and captures the queen. Now I play rook to e7. He gives me a check. I just put my king up. I don't want this king on this diagonal anymore because it's just horrible. He takes the knight. I take. He puts the queen here, putting pressure on this pawn. I offer a queen trade, and the reason why is because take. I have this passed pawn, and I'm winning. Well, computer says it's a draw, but this is kind of hard to defend against because this is a passed pawn. I'm just going to push it, get my king involved, and I'm going to have the rook supporting it. So that's why I play that. But he doesn't trade, and what does he do? He puts his king. That's not my bad. Yeah, he plays queen c3. I double up the rooks. He pushes his pawn. I now push the pawn just because if I take, what can he do? I think he can just take with the queen, and now he's got this passer. I'm trying to see if there's any other moves. Obviously, this is a bad move, and I guess if I put the pawn here, it blocks this pawn. If he pushes, I just take. So that's why I do that. He puts the rook here, attacking my queen. I play queen to b5, attacking this rook and defending this pawn still. He creates a luft for his king. Now I play rook e2, and it's an inaccuracy. I'm not sure why. Computer wanted me to build a pawn chain. So I guess, I don't know, like that maybe. He plays d7. Now I make this big blunder because what he can do is he can play queen takes f6. Then I think my only move is h5. No, it's not. No, I have queen h5, sorry. And then he has queen f4. That's not f4. What am I doing? This is f4. I have g5, but then he's got this great move, rook takes h7. If I take the rook, I lose the queen, and I think this is the only move actually, yeah. So I have to take the rook, and I lose the queen. He doesn't find that. Wait. He does find pawn take, but he doesn't find the rest of the tactic. I push this rook here. I was kind of panicking, and I was just hoping maybe he would blunder, and I think this is made in 1, so he doesn't though. He gives me check. I push the king to g5, and my goal now is just to stop getting checked so I can play this move and mate him. He keeps playing check though, he doesn't mess up. I move my king up. My idea now is put my king here, and maybe I could, like, I don't know, somehow checkmate him if I get my queen near this area. He plays rook d4. I move my king to h3. He now plays his check. And I defend with the queen, which is a mistake. I should defend with this, sorry, with the other rook. And why is this a mistake? Because I allowed my opponent to win material. How? Pushing pawn. Okay, I do that. Okay, so he wins a pawn. 2 pawns. Okay. Completely missed that. He takes though. I take. Now he plays rook d1, exchanging pieces. And then, let's see. I take this rook, which is a mistake. You ignored an opportunity to activate a rook by getting it to the 7th rank. You allowed the opponent to capture the checking rook. So computer wanted me to do this, to play this, that, and then play this, I guess. I didn't really think this was a big deal, so I took. But I guess it was a tactic. What was the king takes f1, and then I guess his king is coming to the center, and he's got a rook in the center, and he can just push pawns. f4. No, I play f4. Okay, g takes. Yeah, I don't understand this move. I don't understand why it's so bad, but I guess getting the king in the center isn't what you want. So he misses that. He takes with the rook. I put my rook on the 2nd rank, not the 7th. He plays rook c1, attacking this pawn. I now play rook a2, attacking this pawn. He moves his king. I take. He takes. Give him check. He moves his king here. I push the pawn. And now, like, I was really looking for tactics. Could I give him a check? And then, I don't know, somehow get the rook to defend this pawn. And then push the pawn, but I couldn't find anything. And as you can see, this is a drawn game. He plays rook a6. I move my king. He pushes pawn, and now I can't see anything, so I just give him perpetual check. And we call it a draw. So yeah, that was... I know the game ended in draw, but that was my favorite game of the week, just because I feel like I played really well. And I don't want to, I don't know, necessarily accuse this guy of cheating, but I did check his account. It's a week old, and he's, other than all the misses he played, he's played really, really good moves. He hasn't made any mistakes, and as you can see, finished the game with 12 minutes 50 seconds on the clock. So either, I don't know, he's really underrated, maybe he's smurfing, or yeah, in my opinion, he might be cheating, but you know, you never know. I guess people can play really well for a few games, and I guess it doesn't reflect their true rating. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next week.